Welcome back to educator.com. For the next lesson, we're going to go over probability. Now, probability is the measure of an outcome compared to the total possible number of outcomes. So it's in the form of a fraction. That means we're going to have a top number, and we're going to have a bottom number. We're going to have a numerator and denominator. On the top, you're going to write the number of the desired outcome. So basically, what are you looking for? What is it asking for? That number is going to go on the top. And then on the bottom, you're going to write the total number of possible outcomes. So probability is the measure between the part that you want or the part that it's asking for, over the whole thing or the total. Okay, and that's the ratio. The ratio is between the part to the whole. Okay. So, for example, if I have a bag full of marbles, let's say I have one black marble in this bag. I have 3 blue marbles, and I have 2 red marbles. Now I want to know what's the probability, what are the chances of picking a blue marble. Okay, so if I close my eyes and reach into the bag and pick one marble, what's the probability, what's the chance, what are the chances of picking a blue marble? Okay, so then that would be the number of blue marbles is going to go on the top, right? Blue marbles over, remember this, the bottom is always the total, so the total number of marbles. Okay, and this is going to be my probability. So how many blue marbles do I have? I have 3. Okay, that's my desired outcome, right? I'm asking you, what are the chances of me picking a blue? So there are 3 blue marbles. It's going to be 3 on the top over how many marbles do I have in all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, so my probability is 3 over 6. Now, since this is a fraction, I need to simplify it. So 3 over 6, then I have to change that to divide this by 3, divide this by 3. Well, this becomes 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So the probability of picking a blue marble from this bag of marbles is 1 to 2, okay, or 1 over 2. Okay, so let's go over some examples. The first example. What is the probability of landing on orange? So here I have a pie chart that's divided up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors. Orange, purple, yellow, green, red. What is the probability if I spin the spinner? What is the probability of landing on orange? Okay, so that means orange is my desired outcome. That's what I'm asking for, right? So the orange is going to go on the top, and then the total, or the whole thing, is going to go on the bottom. So how many orange sections do I have? I only have 1. So then I'm going to put 1 on the top, and how many different sections do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So out of 5 sections, 1 of them is orange. So that's why the top number is 1. On the bottom, I'm going to put 5 because that's the total. So the probability of landing on orange is going to be 1 over 5. Again, it's part to whole. Okay? So 1 to 5 is the probability. If I ask you what is the probability of landing on purple? Well, there's 1 purple out of total of 5 different colors, so it'll be the same thing, 1 over 5. The next example, each side of a dice has a number from 1 to 6. What is the probability of rolling a 5? Now we know what a dice is, right? So it's a cube, okay, that looks like this. And each side has a number, so representing dots, right, usually. So one side will have 1, the other side will have maybe 2, one side will have 3, another side might have 4, okay, like that. So there are 6 sides, and each side has a different number of dots. Now, I want to know what the probability of rolling a 5 is. So the desired outcome, the top number is going to be, okay, rolling a 5, and then the bottom number is going to just be the total, or total number of numbers, okay? Now, even though this is a number, that's not the actual number I'm going to write on the top for my probability, okay? Because there's not 5 of something. There's not 5 5s, right? How many 5s do I have on this? How many sides have 5 dots? Only 1, right? Because each side has a different number. So there's only one side that will have 5 dots. That means I have to put 1 here because it's the number of this desired outcome. It's not what this number is. Okay, it's not that this is a 5 and I have to write the 5 up here. It's how many sides do I have with 5 dots? And that's just 1, right? And then how many total number of sides do I have? 6. Because again, when you're rolling a dice, you're looking to see what the top side is going to be. How many dots is the top side going to have? So that's 1 out of 6. Now, same thing if I asked you, what is the probability of rolling a 2? Isn't this roll a 2 right now? So how many sides have a 2? Only one side does, right? So it'll be the same thing. 1 out of a 6 possible sides. Okay? So 1 over 6 is the probability. Okay. More marbles. There are 2 red marbles, 5 blue marbles, and 3 green marbles in a bag. Okay, so let me draw my bag. Okay, so I have 2 red, red, red. I have 5 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So blue, 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 blue. And I have 3 green. 1, 2, 3. Green, green, green. What is the probability that the marble will be red? That is my desired outcome. That's what that's the part that is asked for. So that's going to go on the top. So red over total. That's my probability. So how many reds do I have? I have, well, right here it says 2 red, right? Red and red. So 2 out of, how many do I have in all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total marbles. So my probability would be 2 out of 10. Again, this is still a fraction. I have to simplify it. So I know that because the top number and the bottom are both even numbers, I can divide both of them by a 2. So 2 over 10 becomes, 2 divided by 2 is 1 over 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the probability of picking a red is 1 out of 5. In the fourth example, there are 6 boys and 5 girls in a room. If one student is chosen at random, what is the probability that the student will be a girl? Okay, so again, my desired outcome, girl over total. I know that there are 5 girls. So number of girls is going to be 5. And then on the bottom, I'm not writing the number of boys. Be careful with this type of example because when it comes to ratio, which we learned a few lessons ago, if I ask for the ratio of girls to boys, then I would put 5 on the top and 6 on the bottom, right? Because that would represent girls to boys. But this is probability. This is girls to total number of students. The bottom number for probability is always the total. So how many students do I have in all? 5 out of how many in all? Well, I would have to add the number of boys and the number of girls to figure out how many total number of students there are, right? So if I have 6 boys and 5 girls, well, then I have 11 students in all. So the total I'm going to write is 11. So girls, 5. There's the 5 girls out of 11 students. So the probability is 5 over 11. Okay, this is the probability. If they ask for the ratio of girls to boys, then it would be 5 to 6. Okay? But again, probability is different. Total number has to go on the bottom. Okay? So that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching educator.com.